Everyone scream next up, but I'm the number one candidate. Number one.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Throwing first play is Pickett. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carr. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Pickett now on first down. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin. His second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 2nd down now. Calhoun, 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up. But I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
Again, it's Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with a milestone here. Touchdown number 200 for his brilliant career. And the Steelers are able to stretch out their lead. For Pickett and the rest of the Steeler offense staying on the field, they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. You look at this Steeler defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Stroud out of the gun here. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Ready? We want some offense. Let's go. Get out of here with a 70 Ranger.
Stroud and company going for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Pickett to throw on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Carr. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. To the air on first down with Pickett. Throw left side, held in by Pickens. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. This defense for the Steelers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Now Stroud. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. You look at this Steeler defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season. But they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Calhoun. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position. And sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking deep here for Chase. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stroud. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Stroud to throw it. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. 21-0 our score after one. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The Vikings send out their punter as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Here's Pickett. It's complete. It's gone. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Pickett back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Harris running straight ahead. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Pickett. Toward the pylon, caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's a quick throw right side. Touchdown! A great play there. Standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. 1st and 10, it's Stroud. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stroud looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Zimmerman. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And Stroud now to throw. Steps away to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They'll run on 1st down. It's Zimmerman. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Now 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Stroud. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd down, Zimmerman. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Stroud now on 4th down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Zimmerman. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Stroud. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here's Stroud. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Looking to throw, Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Pickett will look to throw it here. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers open the lead up to 34-0. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a pop. Because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. That is caught. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the 1st down sack. Stroud under pressure. They got him again. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Final play of the half, Stroud. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Vikings, nothing.
And we welcome you back right now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, we got more where that came from.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board. They begin to have hope.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Stroud off the play fake. Left side caught by Matthews. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now here's Stroud on third down. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. Stroud and company going for it. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down by a good couple of yards as they end up getting 6 there on 4th and 4. Up the middle they go. It's Zimmerman. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now Stroud. He finds his target. It's Matthews. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this 3rd quarter, but it's just not clicking right now, and it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation, but they must...
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hurt. Stop below 18. Ready.
Stroud to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right.
That is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
The Vikings send out their punter. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
1st and 10, here's Pickett.
Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, this is Harris.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
That good for 19 and a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. On the give, this is Harris. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. Now Pickett changing the play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Davis with it left side. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Right back to Davis. It's complete.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Pickett sets up play action.
Sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
1st and 10, it's Stroud.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Stroud out of the gun here.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
3rd down, Stroud from his end zone.
And that is incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Pickett now on 1st down.
And Davis has it over the middle. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Pickett. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
This one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Into space at the 45. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 45 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And this is taken in at the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
We got this!
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Stroud. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And quickly, they get to the line. Stroud here on 3rd and long. And Cook has it left side. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Take it at the 37. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. It's Pickett again. He's going to take another shot here. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Steelers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And Stroud now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense?
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett. And in for the Steelers, touchdown.
Darius Davis.
29 yards.
And the Steelers have now opened up a 7-touchdown lead. Unbelievable.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Throwing now is Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Hand off now. It's Gray with it. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Here's Stroud.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Stroud looking to throw.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And now defensively they're going to burn their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Vikings send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. They'll look to throw here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Here's one deep for Pickens. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On first down, here's Stroud. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
And Matthews over the middle with a grab. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. Here goes Stroud again.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Stroud to throw it.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Stroud.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Steelers, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they hit double-digit.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively, uneditably. These falling silent when I walk up in the building. Worry about their future like I'm here to snatch their children. That line was brilliant. How I'm not already in the millions.